Hello! We should be live. It is the third day of bingo, and I've done a little bit of island building since we've been live last time. I tore down most of the stuff on the island, and I put slabs everywhere where there's places for things to spawn. That's because down here, below the fog, I've made a structure of sorts. Block it up behind me. And then this is going to allow a massive pile of Endermen to spawn. I'll kill everything on this end, and then I'll run back over the other end. And we're going to repeat this over and over again for 10k kills later. That's not going to require us to have Splash, but it would be ideal for us to have it, just so that we can speed back and forth. I tested with Elixir Splash earlier, and it's not taken too long between the locations. We're also really close to Piggy Bank and also Sponge Collection. In fact, I haven't checked these for a little bit now. I think we'll be done with Pig. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna pick that up. And pick this up. We'll need to spawn-proof this. So, do we have any other building blocks that we can just put in the way right now? Should be on this page, yeah. I'm gonna make a chest and some more slabs. Take care of this before anything spawns. And then there we go. Crafting. There's one task done. We can put all of these pig minions away. That'll allow us to put down the fishing minions. Should have a couple more in here. Yep. Just go next to get rid of the slabs a little quicker. Alright. So I'm joined by Claw in the call again today. We're gonna kick off the stream by doing some fishing.
I'm not here.
You're not here. Are you not ready for fishing yet?
No, I already set up the fish, but I'm not here.
Okay. Let me get my setup going. My setup is a set of angler armor, and wherever I put the enchanted fishing rod, it's in the corner.
I'm just actively getting shot by blazes right now, that's all.
Oh. Island.
My island's on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, Onion joined your island the other day and was punching out the fire from the Inferno minions that was littering the
Oh, that's
landscape.
common. The other day, as in 6 days ago.
Yeah. Seems like the time on.
The thing is, the parts that are on fire is the parts that are meant to be removed anyways. That's why I'm not getting into fire.
Yeah. That. I just want to actually collect some raw fish. That allows us to upgrade the minions a little bit. Alright, we'll manage inventory later, probably off stream. So that's about as far as we're gonna get fishing wise until we progress through the fishing skill a little more. We're still 150 sponges away. Let's set our sights on doing some bayou fishing right now. Do I have the fish bait recipe unlocked yet? I hope so, considering I have all of the section for salmon unlocked. So we can leverage this to get some more fish bait. There we go. I don't really have an interest in joining the massive pile of people. This is where I fished. Did they change it? I remember fishing in this spot around here with y'all, but there's not a lot of fishing space. So that's about how it's gonna go. I've got about 25,000 XP to go, maybe 30,000. Is the party for you? Are you ready for a warp?
Yes.
Okay. So if you kill the creatures that I spawn, I'll pick the fishing ante for it, right?
Probably. Wait, do you want me to kill or do you want me to spawn things for you to get?
I'm thinking that you spawn things and kill each thing that you get that isn't a worm, and then when it's a worm, I'll go down and kill it. And then that also means that you'll be able to kill my sea creatures that I get here in between that aren't helpful. I'm over by, there's the Roddy upgrade hut.
You do know I can't control how many things I hit, right? You do know I can't control how many things I hit, right?
Yeah, no, I fully expect you to just nuke everything to death. It's just don't nuke it when you see worm has spawned. Is that in the wheelhouse of...
The worm is one of the most common mobs.
I guess you do spawn quite fast. I could just not be fishing if you think that'd be faster.
I'd say it's faster if you just fish, and then like I just splash you with things.
Okay.
No, like I don't see how I would help you much, other than like you focus on killing my stuff. Like if you go to the other side where everyone is fishing,
Yeah.
and you just solely kill, I think that will get you a lot of worms.
Mm-hmm.
If not, it's better off you fish, and I don't think I can do much for you. It's just like the dumpster divers, they give you the kind of worms, right?
I think so, yeah.
And those are like one of the most common things you find here.
Okay.
So like,
I guess
how do you
I
want to do
also
this?
don't really need combat stuff either. Because I can handle most of the sea creatures I can spawn right now.
Is this you? I can't see names. There's so many invisible bingo people.
Yeah, hello.
I think the only thing I can do for you is splash you.
Okay. Well, I guess that's...
You want me to splash you now?
I've got God Splash on for the next hour, 10 minutes, so I'll give you a shout if I need a splash. How much fishing XP would you get if you opened a can of worm and got it? Do you know?
Kind of up to RNG, you know?
Well, yeah, I imagine that there's multiple drop pools. Is that like on the wiki?
Probably. I think a lot of the rolls are like 500.
Okay.
I think you get a lot of bait while you're doing it.
Bait is an issue. I've got plenty from the fish needs to have down.
I remember you don't need a lot to get fishing 15. It was past 20 that you start needing a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what I should do. Do I just join this pit of people and fish?
You could join the pit of people and fish. That is an option. I might want to join the pit of people and fish, and then just have my sea creatures fall into the bingo person mosh pit down over there.
Yeah, you can do that. Now, question is, should I kill the mobs down there? If there's enough people fishing.
I think the implication is that the bingo players are wanting to kill the mobs, but periodically killing them would be helpful.
I'll just throw a few carrot kings down there.
Yeah.
Never mind, I need more speed. I got double hook sludge.
Nice. That's a Guardian Defender. Could you go kill the Guardian Defender down there?
Below? Like down
Yeah.
there.
Down in the pit. It's aggroed onto me and it's gonna keep on making me die.
It's there. It was almost dead already by the time I saw it. Wait, so are you killing or are you fishing?
I'm thinking of fishing for now, but once I get this level up, I'll try killing and seeing what's faster. Oh, I've already done the level up. Let me go try killing them. This killing's not gonna get me anything except dumpster diver stuff.
For the most part, yeah, where you get the is it the tropical fish or something?
I already have tropical fish and sponge collection secured.
I mean, like that's probably why people are doing.
Yeah.
Is someone using the Starlight one here? Why is my whole screen just dropping?
Yep, I think that's what someone is doing.
I like the part that my texture pack renames nether stars to Primo Gems, so it's just called Primo Gems falling in front of me.
Yeah, that's funny. It does make it a little inconvenient for me to try and share anything. Dumpster diver. Another one.
Someone died to a carrot king.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a carrot
That's a
king over
first.
there.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Bruh. this is one of the processes of all time. I guess it would also count towards kills as well. Some people could be doing this for the kills of it all.
Maybe.
Well, yeah,
Hearing a lot of
with the Dreadlord guy and the Starlight Wand person here, it feels very annoying. I feel like I need to get a magic item or I'm getting left out from the kills.
and Starlight one's very easy to get.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just some goober and Starlight right there. I think good fishing isn't doing anything for me. I'm just sitting here. I spent like 5 minutes getting 0 fishing XP. Yes? Hello?
Watching the guy with the Starlight one is spamming the shit out of the one.
Yep. I just keep seeing plus another star down below.
Mine is plus Primo Gem.
Yeah. They found something that works, I guess. Good for them. Is this hitting cap? No. I just have horrible sea creature chance. It's okay, I'll catch something that's not a fish eventually. Eventually, but not today. I guess there's not much that I could catch that would be helpful. Most of the things that give lots of sea creature XP are locked much further in the sea creature guide here. If this was a me of a couple years ago, I would have already gone through the weekend about the exact sea creature fishing XP every single one gives and determine something silly like we gotta go fish in the oasis so they can get min-max fishing XP. Now I'm just sitting in the bayou with everybody else hoping to get this done eventually. $55 fishing XP per cast in with this rate is very disheartening though. At least with the Seawalkers, I get like 300 if they don't just get nuked by a witch or something.
And tell who is who in this group. Too many bingo people. Oh. I just saw Hydra get yeeted into the void.
Yep. One sec. Oh, it's good to know that the early game fishing experience is still horrible. Maybe they'll fix it eventually. Am I not getting fishing XP when my sea creatures get nuked by these guys? I may just want to move out of the pile. I think it's something like if the sea creature isn't killed by a player, you don't get the fishing XP. And the Starlight Wand is doing its intended job of lowering the sea creatures down, but then a witch will pop in and end itself before the Starlight Wand manages to get. Just go over here and end up killing my sea creatures on my own. Only 15k more XP, and then I have the chance of catching a Carrot King. can I do to increase my sea creature chance? I can craft salmon armor.
Become fish.
Recipe salmon.
They should give salmon armor the same ability as bonds of helmet.
Hmm?
The revive.
What's the context of salmon revive?
You know when salmon go back upstream, their body basically deteriorates, but they're still like swimming. Then they're like basically zombies.
Necromancer fish. Give the armor some kind of undead stat.
Like revive will require you to wear a full set of salmon armor,
Okay.
not just the helmet. You need a full set.
That's slightly more.
What armor would Guardian Slayer want? Like dolphin armor?
Could be dolphin armor, could be an expansion of the Guardian chestplate to be a full set in the way that like Tarantula works.
I guess you think about it, Guardian is kind of like a pufferfish, right?
Yeah.
And dolphins like put the pufferfish to get high.
Yeah, that is one of the things they do. You become the dolphin.
I mean, people who do Slayers are kind of like the same, you know?
I guess they're chasing for RNG drops. They're more like the kind of people
Yeah,
that you'd see in a casino. Just one more spin, just one more Slayer. I got this, guys. $34. So 1 out of 3 of my catches should be a sea creature.
I'm like only killing alligators because that's the one thing that these bingo people are not gonna be able to kill.
Yeah. Well, that and a Titan and boa. I saw that earlier when I was getting my initial fish collection.
I mean, I'm using a whatever spawns I can use.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe if I'm not in Bizarre. But I will still one shot it, so.
Mm-hmm. I guess if Spider's Den had rain, that'd probably be good to go to.
Or you can go to the squid, just buy rain.
No, I don't. Squid Rain doesn't increase fishing speed. Spider's Den Rain does.
Thought it does.
Doesn't show up in the stats menu.
Someone got their Carrot King.
Yay, good for them. Me soon, hopefully.
Or you should use the hotspot down here to get the fishing. There's like 2 hotspots right below your fishing speed.
I don't think I've done the quest line to unlock hotspot yet. I should go do that and then probably do hotspots.
Okay.
Epic kernel. That looks like it gives a little bit of XP. A 1,000 XP. Nice. I guess hotspot creatures aren't going to be very useful. Alright. After this, let's see if we can find a hotspot. Treasure chance is not what I'm looking for. Guess I'll just take that one up there. Even if it's just for hotspot sea creatures. You gotta be kidding me. This guy griefed me. What a jerk. A 1,000 fishing skill from the can of worms, not bad.
Just watching the sheer number of alligators there because the people can't kill it. You see a bingo guy wailing on an alligator and the health is not moving.
Yeah, that is funny. I'd like it if the fish were actually present today. chance again. Or, yep, that looks good. 5 sea creature chance. It's very helpful, actually. XP that catfish just gave, but I'm sure it was a lot. $5,000 more fishing XP to go. Well, it looks like that massive pile of creatures is not getting killed by anybody, so I'll go try my hand at it. By it, I mean specifically the dumpster divers, if I can pick them out.
Get the massive pile of creatures to the top and off.
Yeah. Now, this is fun. I know that they sometimes give XP though. What is the Hydra doing? Why are you walking all the way over there? Taking a vacation? Say, little guy, don't void yourself. Swab combat armor real quick. Yeah, that's... One of them seemed quite intent on voiding themselves. I wonder if they fixed it, because it used to be when the water hydra split, it would give XP to the person who killed it for the one that got the second one dead. So that is my goal right now. Let's see if I can snag some easy hydra XP. And if not, I have the chance of getting the talisman or something. Oh hey look, a talisman. But not for me! Oh man. Surely it's not going to be like the Jerry boxes, where if you just sit there and look at it for long enough, you'll be able to pick it up. I think they actually have drop protection on that. Alright, dumpster diver, I see at least one of them in here. And I think someone nuked it with skulls. Bruh. I've been thieved from by my own kind. Alright, we've doubled back to it's not helpful. I just need to stop and do my own thing. I've been side questing too much with the hopes of not having to manually fish any longer. At least not before getting the requirements to be able to get a Carrot King. Suffering all the way down though.
That's a lot of god DC protectors.
Yeah. You do seem to be full of chaos. So one of the things that you can do if you're looking back on the streams here is get a sponge sinker for your rod, and then that allows you to get manual sponge collection passively. Considering that I'm only right now, I'm not going to bother with it. It's more NPC dialogue that I have to needlessly sit through. Whoever put down a totem, that's kind of annoying.
Does it know you have to get one?
Totem. No, not because of the totem affecting things, but because of the overlay that just puts a giant green sphere on my screen.
Oh.
Fixed it though. $3,000 more fishing XP. If I get some good sea creatures, we can even be done really soon.
It's a bit of fishing XP.
Yeah, especially since we're in a post-aura world where I actually have to work to get my skill XP again.
You still got a 30%, I think.
Well, I'll take the little things then.
I don't think 30% is little. I remember seeing the 30% thing when I logged in. I don't know if it's still up, but I remember seeing like yesterday.
Yeah. Where's the hotspot moved to? Over here again. Guardian is like 500 per. Just give me one more interesting thing, please. Nope. Non-sea creatures all the way down. For a sea creature chance, that's a 1 in 3 chance that is then being buffed by another +5 sea creature chance. I'm sure not getting a lot of sea creatures.
I've been eating them. Come on.
This is getting ridiculous. I must just shift to
I don't even know where you are anymore.
I'm
Where
in
even
the
are you?
hot spot over here, over the corner of the map. Found
Which one are you? Salmon?
salmon armor.
Oh. Once again, you're invincible. Invisible, so I can
Yeah,
tell
we
which
can
one.
thank the God Splash for deciding to have every potion to the sun. The potion, the splash that I was attending, they were splashing us with health potions as well. I don't know why. Just like one more good sea creature will do it. Guess I'll throw out dark bait since I got one earlier. Not that I think it really rolls me into any pool where it will do anything. This guy said time. This guy said time to get a Carrot King and got it within like 3 catches. I'm hoping to manifest that for myself.
And then he died to the carrot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a catfish.
Why are you dying to a catfish?
Because I have slideshow frames right now.
Why do you have slideshow frames? What?
I have no clue. It's just latest version plus streaming plus any amount of entities anywhere equals suffer. Yeah, we can take the bronze bowl with us actually. Surely that's we transfer it to Iron Man moment. Not that they're valuable, but I remember on bingo they were annoying to grind.
You know what other people told me to do earlier?
What?
Start a bingo profile.
Oh?
Get like Rush Keta. Get everything for a height. Transfer it to a level 1 Iron Man. Never progress to Iron Man again.
That'd be funny. Practical not.
Sounds like a pain, you know? Spamming F7 Iron Man.
Yeah, practical. Really.
Bingo.
There's a guy, Ari the Monkey, that's basically done what you're describing there, trying to go for the bingo Hyperion, and in the process just transfers over wither armor and scrolls and has like a whole like crazy kata setup on an Iron Man. But it's level 1.
Yeah, but my RNG.
Yeah. I mean, you'll be able to meter it eventually. It's more like a level of commitment rather than a level of RNG.
I'm pretty sure the meter resets because it's a whole new profile. Unless you're metering it within one bingo.
Meter it within one bingo.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yes, we've established this. I continually do bingos. I've done every bingo.
Okay, you do that nonsense then.
I might.
Technically, our Iron Man, I can use a height and Keta 30.
True.
But like, I'm not doing that on the bingo. I don't even do bingo in the first place, all like Keta.
Yeah. don't need to worry about killing my own secrets anymore. I only need to worry about Carrot King. What are we thinking? Over or under on 50 sea creatures? That's the average to get a Carrot King, apparently. Clone, you there?
What?
Over or under on 50 sea creatures? That's apparently the average to get a Carrot King.
I mean, if you ask me, I'll always say over.
Okay.
That's what I'm used to my RNG being.
Yeah.
You forget 50 over 200 at that point.
I hope not.
That's how my RNG works. I'm very concerned about my guild's conversation right now.
I don't know if that concern is a stream safe conversation. Knowing your guild, it's a toss up.
I mean, I don't think you will get you demonetized, but I don't think you will give a good image of my guild.
Let's stray away in case. Just to be sure. You can DM it to me and I'll respond to it later.
Now you can read it yourself.
That's true, I also have access to the bridge channel.
You can read it yourself if you want to know. I mean, it's only one guy being weird, but I don't think you'll get your video demonetized. It's not that cursed, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Up to you. I can say it. I can don't say it.
I think no. Okay. Frogman actually jumping like a frog. I've never let them live long enough to figure out that that's a problem, but it's a problem. Missing angler. This is just the expected rates and time of all the things, I guess. Okay. Apparently Carrot King's fishing requirement is only 14. I don't know why I kept on seeing 15 as the requirement. So I got an extra fishing level for nothing.
Treasure chance.
Yeah, treasure chance.
You need that treasure chance.
Absolutely. I would be like that other guy who was already done with the task after fishing for a few seconds.
Fishing.
Yeah, I am so over doing fishing stuff right now. I just want to be done with it.
Get to fishing.
And I gotta move, because hotspot. Yay! It's like combining all of my least favorite activities. There's a reason why I'm still not done with lava sea creatures in the bestiary, and it's because of hotspots. How did this guy follow me all the way down here? And where are my friends? Why are you guys not killing your sea creatures in that massive pile?
I'm gonna take your frames.
Raw cod. Yay! Can't wait to catch another raw cod in 10 seconds from now. Oh,
I love the raw ones.
Guardian. Even better. At least that's a sea creature. And it could have been the Carrot King. At least I know my sea creature chance is working when I catch a sea creature. Oh, tropical fish. Yippee. For the collection I've already finished on bingo. I'm going overflow. Now I see that there's a guy in here that has full backwater armor. And I'm guessing that there's no point in working on that. Because it really costs a lot of rusty coins. But I'm going to talk to this guy anyways and see. I'm going to sell my inventory while this guy gives me his whole life story. I don't think I need that. It's worse than salmon armor. Yeah, I don't think there's a single thing in this menu that I really need. A challenging rod would be nice. guess. I'm gonna have to be here for the next 3 hours, I guess.
Yeah, I don't need to use my fire team anymore. My ice team can clear the highest difficulty too. Just about a 20-second difference in clear time.
Yeah.
To be fair, my fire team is max skills and everything. My ice team is level 4 skills, so I got ways to go.
Yeah.
And I'm also missing one character for the ice team, so yeah. Oh no, I just ran out of things to do, so I started going back to Enfield.
Well, there's only so much fishing that you can do. I'll need potions here in about 18 or so minutes.
Well, I'm still in your lobby. I have potions in my hotbar. I'm just waiting for you.
Okay.
To be fair, I have nothing to do in Enfield either. I start playing my ult.
You could.
I'm waiting for my new controller though.
I'm waiting for your photo. I don't want double hook chance. That doesn't help me right now. Normally I'd be excited.
My other PC doesn't have Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So I need to use the USB. And right now the USB cable I have is 2 meters.
Mhm.
And it's like not long enough. I wanna just be able to like be across the entire room and just sit down rather than point blank with a tired screen. I'm waiting for my controller.
I wonder what the odds are, like how it gets changed around when you're fishing in a hotspot versus not in a hotspot.
No idea.
I figured. It was more of a rhetorical question rather than a expecting details one.
You need to specify.
True, true.
I don't know which type of questions you're asking.
I was so excited to do all of the things today, and then Carrot King. I guess that's the content of the stream is Carrot King, and maybe we go for Rock Pet 2 if it doesn't take 3 hours to get a Carrot King.
Watch the 3 hours and you still don't get the Carrot King. Are you worried now that because I said that? Are you worried now that because I said that?
I don't believe in the luck kind of things. I just know that the experience is the best that I can hope for. And the early game fishing experience has and always will be horrible like this. Fishing's the kind of thing
Like though I have a pretty high auto jinxing things.
I guess. I think it's more like you jinx things for yourself rather than for other people, though. You
Not for
tend to
other
be
people.
the good luck charm for other people.
For other people. It has happened.
Usually, like, with AZN or Orion or someone, like, you've been in parties with people and they've gotten good luck while you've gotten absolutely nothing. I mean, I could argue that the time that I got back-to-back Shimmering Wolves is an example of you providing me with good luck. And then if I'm being silly about it, then I could also say that I've used up all of my luck back then.
But yes, because luck is a resource that you need to repair every day.
Yeah, it's hard. I haven't let my bar recharge yet. And it like really put me in the negatives to get back-to-the-back loot share shimmering rolls from people.
It's not back to back, you have one in between.
True. I guess I use Junk Sinker for now, get 16 of these things, and then hope that the Challenger Rod gets me what I'm looking for. Bearing or Challenger Rod? Neither. Raw cod.
You need the raw cards. What do you mean?
I'm so over getting a basic fish out of, after sitting here like minutes waiting for the catch.
Well, you don't want the raw card.
No, I want something interesting. There was someone that I saw complaining earlier about like mining is so boring. Like I can't believe they're sitting there doing a mining fiesta for like 2 whole hours at a time. Did you see on the? There's like a Skyblock Reddit where someone posted the change that's happening to mining fiestas. It's no longer double fortune. It's 500 fortune, but it lasts for the entire duration of the mayor.
Like, is that an actual change, or is there something someone says?
That's what the admin has told one of the ministers in DMs, apparently. Suffering.
You have to never vote for Cole again.
Yeah.
500 fortune is like nothing.
Indeed. Because right now, with current rates, you usually get about 5,000 fortune during a mining fiesta. Equivalent.
I mean, I guess it would be beneficial if you mine 24/7, but no one's doing that.
Yeah, no. I mean, there are some
You
people
get more
who
than
do
5,000
that,
equivalent. You mine for 24 hours, but who is gonna mine for that long?
Mm-hmm. And then it is also a nerf for the players to actually show up to events because that would make it so the time is stretched out over a period that's like 10x longer. You'd have to.
I don't think that change would go across because they they changed the Fiesta ones to be shorter and have more Fiestas. They're literally backtracking if they do that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of annoyed that it becomes a forever event situation, similar to how Hoppity was, where just do the event for as long as you can take it, and then that's how to do it effectively. It's kind of like how Finnegan has the perk for pests. It makes it really good to farm during Finnegan, but then I don't feel like farming at all outside of Finnegan. Like I'll still do it, but it's oh my gosh! I finally got the freaking Carrot King.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess I gotta try to kill it.
Or I can kill it.
Yeah, if you wanna come kill it, you can. It's do you know where I am?
Nope.
Opposite side of where you found me last time in San. Oh no, never mind. For sending packets too fast. I don't get to kill my sea creature. Thanks, Simon. I have no clue why it can't handle packets. Like, fix your game, please.
Back to NQ for me.
Yeah, it what I find is that there's a bug right now with these lily pads where like if I kind of walk towards it right now. It's not really showing up too well. Maybe if I go under it. Oh, this is the same armor. Like water bursting. It's like old diver armor ability. Well, that makes it a little harder to show, but in the garden is even more apparent. There's like a changed hitbox from, yeah, see it kind of like indents a little bit. Hypixel is very laggy with this hitbox sometimes.
Oh, tell me about it. Lag.
Lag and hitboxes and actually lagging back on latest version. Like I normally don't lag back, but then latest version it's just on making me suffer more.
Telling me about lag.
Yeah.
I can't even run in a straight line yesterday.
I'm prospecting armor. That's about the best piece that I have, and we'll check mines.
It's the funniest thing when people complain to me about lag, not knowing my lag.
Yeah. Have you gotten kicked for sending too many
Nope.
packets, or is that just anything? Alright. And then, do you have the Scunny mod?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not sure what it would be then. Because I have Sky and just like performance mods other than that. Like I haven't really gotten
Just stop sending packets, send crates instead.
Because what I'm hoping is that it's not something that's modifying the packet sent to the server, because then that'd be like breaking the rules.
Yeah,
It's like too many packets. What too many packets feels like is that there's been like a pause in my connection, and then it just like sends all the information all at once. But it's not like you're streaming and now you have lag, get kicked for the packets bozo issue either, because that happens even when I'm not streaming. I don't know. I liked it much better when I got sent to Limbo instead. That's what happened on 1.8 when I started lagging a lot, is they would just boot me into the Limbo. And then I would know, like, out of sync. Oh, that makes sense. There's something wrong with my internet. I gotta go complain to my ISP again. With this, it just kind of sucks.
You have a problem, but we won't tell you what the problem is.
Yeah, the problem's packets, but like too many of them. But we're not going to tell you how much is too many, or what necessarily could be causing it. And your Minecraft client, it's always exchanging packets with a server, so it's not like all packets are bad. It's just we can't handle too many of them.
If Hypixel ever have like a PO box, I want people to start sending like packets of like sauce they get from like McDonald's or whatever fast food chain. Just start sending them packets.
Malicious compliance with sending packets to the Hypixel.
Yeah, I'm following what they want.
I think they're expressing a kick in the connection for too many packets expresses quite the opposite. They don't want any packets.
I'm gonna send them packets.
Okay.
whether they like it or not.
I'm gonna go to IKEA and buy them a sink. Since I'm out of sink, I can just deliver it to them.
How chaotic the PO box would be.
That's not even like a PO box issue. Like the delivery person will be like, doesn't fit, and there's either like a specialized place that I can put it, or they'll just return it.
If they return it, it's really awesome.
Oh yeah, then you're like completely out of sync, and then you have to pay the shipping costs again. Sinks aren't cheap to ship around.
Is there like a bad trait to have? Malicious compliance. If I just start doing this kind of thing, it's like a bad thing.
I think some companies will see it as a bad thing, yeah.
Listen to your rules to the dot. Wait, then we just need to find out how many packets is acceptable and just send one less from the limit.
True. There is an acceptable implied by too many packets.
So basically, I'll keep sending them one packet, like increments, until they tell me to stop. Then we'll know the limit. So we'll start for one packet, and the next day I'll send 2 packets, then 3 packets. Then at some point I'll be walking into McDonald's and just emptying their entire stash. Hypixel will never need ketchup and chili sauce ever again.
Yeah.
What is wrong with me?
That just seems like the classic being a little mischievous.
Do you want some packets?
Yeah, I could use some packets for my food. I don't have a lot of sauces at home.
You wanna? I can send you bottles instead.
Bottles. I have bottles of sauces.
Or I can send you like the factory type. It's like giant containers.
Alright. Well, 2x isn't really helpful to us. Maybe we go back to war mines. Yes. Go to cold area. Put on some prospector. And then actually war forge. We have these nice mithril equipment pieces for us. That's actually a significant stat boost. Alright, so we'll hang out here for a little bit and then we'll pivot over. Once on with the wind dams. We still need a little bit more mithril pattern, so let's deviate from gold just for a little longer. Yeah, I guess with this path we don't get mining ability. I don't know if that's lacking efficiency anyway. I personally want to go Crystal Hollows and Structure Hunt for Gemstone Pattern. I think that's a really good use of my time before going and mining gold. Because that's going to get us the Ore Fortune. Just bumping that up a few levels would be nice. I actually don't know why this when something Fetcher or Puzzler would do instead. I guess it depends on what Fetcher wants for the day. Good thing I mined all that mithril. That solves that. And let's get crystal nucleus and find some chests. We're also looking around for mines of Vaughn. The lobby that is not just crusting over into 2x pattern. Ideally, I'm gonna try for one that's sub 5 minutes. But I'll take the next one that's around 7 minutes. Yeah, we'll go over this one. Whenever I see a tunnel like this heading straight towards one direction, that makes me think it's someone's nucleus rat, which ends up being very helpful for us. Get some wishing compasses, so that'll help us locate. Sometimes it's a nucleus rat, and sometimes it's just somebody having fun. I think that's just somebody doing skate around having fun. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Oh, oh, no, never mind. Yeah, I didn't do nothing. Compass points this, then no bonus direction. So that might be an easy find. Crazy, I could have just walked to this. Not either wishing compasses, so it'll be good if I get booted out again. I could take away. Yeah, I think we do everything. And we go for mines boost. Because we'll lose that on scale. But I think that's just the cost of business, because we do want to go up to get fish money rather than over scale.
Get this thing.
That's still unless allows us to use old school. Onwards to another decently long run. Are you just AFK on block game, doing other things, Con?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay. If it's better together, could I get you to AFK just to get extra fortune?
Where
Mine's a Devon, I can get you coordinates for
we
it.
need to walk.
Yeah. And that's if it ticks over to better get together. I don't even need to have you bother to join unless that's the case. Unless you want to just get prepped now.
Up to you. I'm just trying to find like pieces to this puzzle. Your call.
Okay. Well, it's 2 minutes until it ticks over, so I'll give you a shout when that happens if it's something that I need you for.
This game makes me feel like I'm blind sometimes.
That's the nature of puzzle games.
It's not supposed to be a puzzle. It's Enfield. But there's like 3 keys to unlock like a crate, and I just cannot find the third key. Like, I found 2 of them, but the third one is just nowhere to be seen. But I also don't know the radius of how far can the key spawn at, so. And I feel like pulling up a guide for this kind of defeats the purpose of, playing the game.
True, but I think that if the game is poorly designed, so it is justified to walk through and figure it out if you're still stuck.
And I wouldn't die if I couldn't find it. It's just, there are rewards for getting it. But it's like nothing that will make or break.
Yeah.
Plus, I do have like in-game items that can help me find it. I just don't want to use it until like I'm at the last few for the entire area.
Makes sense.
Because like I'm missing 30, and I have only 15 compasses. I don't feel like burning through the compasses now.
Yeah.
Even though I think the shop replenishes monthly. I think the shop replenishes monthly.
Monthly is like start of the month, or?
Yeah, I think the third of every month.
Oh, okay, that's.
It's a Titan board here. Just wait for the loud explosion noises. You know something's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I drowned. What?
Oh wow.
No, NQ, not Minecraft.
I expect it to be something to kill you.
No, NQ, not Minecraft.
That makes much more
It's
sense.
not dying. It doesn't kill you. It just resets you to where you were. But there is no swimming feature in this game. There is no climbing feature.
Yeah.
So the moment I step into water that's too deep, I just drown.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that my character, because it's literally like a god of death, it controls ice. I can, at least step on the water, but no. I don't really know what she's supposed to be.
Nope. Not allowed. Widgets. Widgets. Collections. It's not showing up well, so we'll get rid of the conditions widget as well as the crystals widget.
It's rough that you don't give like hints to where the last one is. There's a barrier here which I can't get past. So if it spawned in there, I just would. Yep, I don't know where it is.
So it looks to be about 50 gold per break of ore. And I need about 50,000 on top of the 10,000 I already got. So 1,000 more pickaxe breaks. Give or take more.
Do you know if the better together is ticking over? Or?
Nope. We will see.
How long is it?
Well, it was 2 minutes until 2x ended, but then there's a buffer period before the next 2x starts.
Okay. So I might go for now. If you need me for better together or whatever, just DM me.
Oh, okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Also depend on how many other people here are better gathering. As far as the cap, then should be good. See that number. 16.6. We're going for 60k. So since I messed up with the widgets, we've already gone up about 1k more. On with the wind. Well, it's mine through things a little bit faster, but it's not going to require people around for that. It's also notable that we got some person main profile. Is that the Now, is that class average? I think it's just the Heart of the Mountain one. Which makes sense. That's what most players would have. When they're mining, they would show off their mining emblem. No, my packets! Why? Why? What? That's not it. I have perfectly normal packets. Jeez. That's actually fascinating. Now I have to wait at the event. I'm annoyed. I don't want to do this. Whatever. This is like the in-between of events. Just started. And we got the thing right here, sure. We ball. I'm annoyed. This is a lot of gold. So we're already up to 19k. So, as annoying as it is having to find a lot again after a while, I'm managing. And there's not really much for me to do with the gold block to get it. I'll probably just transfer a couple of them over to the Iron Man profile that I have built up. But the Iron Man profile honestly does not struggle to get gold blocks. Not to the same degree that like other RNG drops. I mean, other items. I don't even think it's worth transferring over the piggy bank to Iron Man at this point. And I guess it's always good to have them in reserve. But if I swapped back to 1.8, I wouldn't have any more packages. I mean, maybe there's a setting that I need to off on Sky. I'm sure that I could look into that. 22k. Making good progress already. I like this much more than fishing. I feel like, yeah, I'm not sweeping through the same way that I would glossy armor, but in my head I can kind of cover the difference between a powerful glossy armor setup and maybe that's something out of the range of what a bingo person's capable of. But it hasn't really clocked to me that fishing without a maxed out sea creature chance setup and not being like sea creature every single time is something that happens typically to people. I'm way too used to having maxed out or very close to maxed out sea creature chance these days. And then whenever I don't have maxed out sea creature chance, that means that something's wrong. Like, I have the wrong armor set enabled, or something else that I need to check out and make sure that it needs to get fixed. So when I'm continually catching raw fish, raw cod, it flips a switch in my brain like, oh, I need to change something. There's something wrong. My armor's not working correctly. Disappointed. I didn't feel like it gave as much as it usually does. 6k now. I wonder what it would look like. Vertical live streaming bingo. Putting on the brain rot music that I see on YouTube Shorts and hoping to strike it with the algorithm. I can't imagine anyone who gets vertical live stream viewers, like, they stick around or engage with the content. But it is a very good way to get content from what I'm looking at there. I've seen channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. It's also very possible that they're just channels that have been compromised and turned into some brain rot farm thing. Well, I wanted to go for Rock Pet at least, just to get the goal. What would go pets menu? I just played over. We'll try through my pets menu. I got very confused. So the options that I have right now are: do I go and do the minion gold collection manually, or do I have minions tackle that for me? And I'm of the mind, actually, that I should just minion it. I know that it's not going to take long. I know it's probably going to take 30 minutes of my time at most. But also, it's not like I'm really using the minions for anything else. The fish collection stuff done. So what I do actually is with the site, probably upgrade the minion that's currently running with it. I'm gonna mine up a bunch of gold just with whatever this next mining speed boost is. And then that'll be the minions that I have prepared. So, 2 stacks of gold blocks that'll make a lot of minions. Go to the fishing menu. So yeah, probably expanding out the gold minion and doing things with that. So here's the next question here. Do I stay up and work on Enderman goals? Or do I just push that to stream tomorrow and do everything on the stream kills wise tomorrow. Nearly fell. I think that's all the stuff collected. Yeah, that's it for now. So across all of the minions, it's gonna be very easy to get this last 100 or so collection. Gold collection's also gonna be pretty easy. Just from this minion, that's gonna be another 38 blocks. I mean, it's not rapid, but it's not completely negligible there. I'm just gonna throw even more fish things in here because I don't really care about having it be orderly anymore. I'm basically done. Go back to end armor. Where are the end armor pieces? Put these up and away. In fact, we actually do have use for some of this gold. If we make a cleaver here, and then if we go talk to Marigold, since we've killed a golden goblin before, or forge, then through Marigold we should be able to get the collection, the task done. Because the thought process here becomes, do I stay up for what could be another 2-ish hours doing a big task, or do I push it to tomorrow and then have that be like a one track, we're gonna do this kind of thing? I'm gonna lean towards pushing it till tomorrow and then getting some rest. 32 gold essence, that should help us out. Warp. Alright, and then from Ophelia, we should be able to get the cleaver upgraded. Yeah, super cleaver. And then we can go over to here and then reforge that up to get upgraded cleaver. One, two, more, and one more. Easy. Let's go do some enchanting already. It doesn't need to be a really powerful blade, because we're just killing Island Enderman with it. to be handled by one of them. Probably vampism, yeah. And then now we can do cleave. Just think tactfully through this. There's really not much more that I need. Probably would have been final one for that because I go for anything else that's not Island Enderman in the future. But this will do for now. Added this big water space here so that I could like drop down and be super effective with it. So I'm just gonna go around killing most of them in each of the rooms. I don't even think we have to be fully diligent with killing all of them. We should just kill everything that has like a big enough cluster here. And that should allow us to run over to the other side and oh look, there's only 3 of them. Why? I guess it's because they only like spawning on this side, but they like spawning on this side in a large enough amount that it's fine. Or at least the sponges, so I really don't know what the problem is with this side of the room. I added like full blocks, lighting, and everything. I mean, it works half the time, it still works. I guess if we just kind of sit here, maybe they'll build up a little bit more. And we go over to the other side. Yeah, that may be the difference. I don't know. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this for like 10 minutes. And then if I'm not at like 2,500 kills, or somewhere where I feel like reasonably, like we've progressed enough kill-wise, then I'm just gonna call it a night and we'll do a big marathon of, I guess, killing things in one stream. Always something to put in the compactor. It's never simple. The difference between single hitting and cleavering all these guys to death is insane. Then I sit back here, and then you gotta wait a little bit for them to spawn in. You can see them phasing into existence. Yeah. Now we can go through here and do everything. Come back. We'll let a little of them exist over here, and then we'll wait for a decent enough distance. Good enough. I guess if I wait at the other end of that room for a little bit, it might give some more time to spawn over here. So if I wait here, just see if things will spawn in over there eventually. Surely. I mean, I see them come into existence. Yeah, yeah, see? And that should fall under the category. But there's notably less of them here. Can't put my finger on why. There's not like a hole in the ceiling, is there? No. It just is how it be. There's less, like, surface area above, all the way out here. Maybe the problem is that I have blocks above. That I have any island at all whatsoever. My goal should have always been to grind. I'm gonna surprise myself. I'm gonna check the kill time. About 5 more minutes from now. We'll see how far progressed we are. So if there's no point in this around over there, I'll just rush over here and start the spawns back up over there. Makes sense to me. I mean, it's working a lot better than I remember it working previously when I built it not at Y level 0. Oh, actually got a decent amount of them over here now. Pleasant. I'll wait until I see a few more spawn in. I don't think I'm going to see any more spawn in. Because it's like a half time you can exist on that at one time. And while I had pig minions down, it wouldn't have been effective to have this at all. It's all anti-based. No, I almost reflexively did it out of habit. Didn't see it. I saw the gold collection. Whenever, like, repeatedly checking a goal that has, like, some measurable amount, that's, like, my subconscious way of trying to get out of the situation as fast as possible. Just, like, taking measurements, trying to calculate the time. I know going into this, I was at, like, 1,100. And then I've killed some sea creatures today as well. But most of these kills would come from my own killing of these Endermen. And if I'm able to get into what I would believe to be like 1,000 in 10 minutes, yeah, it would take another hour of being awake, but I'm much more willing to consider that as an option for like another hour, 20 minutes of a stream compared to, I don't know, like a 3-hour, 4-hour stream. Because that's what this has been in the past when I had to do barn animals. It was ridiculous. These guys, I think, are giving some amount of scavenger XP. I'm getting like some direct coin from it. But if I were to go kill Enderman in the direct end, that would get me lucky looter drops, and it would get me scavenger progression. The only benefit is I'm killing Enderman a lot faster here than I would be in the end. Actually don't know if the mob kills would count minion stuff, but this feels like, yeah, it'd be significantly faster to do this than even have mob minion set up down and then cleaver the results of that. Unless you really needed to go for manual collection, like I think it was like Spider Eye or String on one of the first bingos. I remember setting up a manual kill chamber for that. There's not much purpose in doing this. Or to not do this and to instead manually hit something like that. Hit with the axe to make it go so faster. I'd rather just have my minions running it any day. And I mean, I've done Dreadlord alternatives in the Spider's Den and in the barn for killing things rapidly. It feels like barn killing would be around about as equal to this. But I know this is like the best option that you can do. Barring whatever the heck's happening in the other chamber that's making these guys not spawn in as much. It seems like they spawn in really fine towards the back here. Then towards the front, there's something missing for them. I'm pretty sure I slept up everything there was to slap up, though. There should not be some random skylight at the front that prevents things from spawning. Toggling that gas into working. Alright. About a 1 minute more of whatever this is, and I'll check the results and see. Okay. I guess that's an issue. The issue being that you can kind of have spawn platform out here. I wasn't considering that when making this platform. You might try to do some things up. At least last cycle, and then this is about a 10-minute test. Plus or minus some accuracies here. Alright. Actually, officially looking at the kill count over here. You know what? The number that I said wasn't too far off. It's 10 minutes to get 1,000. This is like an hour more. Fine, I guess I know how I'm spending my next hour, and it includes bouncing back and forth between some Enderman. Oh, I dropped the ball on the story notification this time. Me that right and then spawn in on the other side of the room. Scroll up to a stream notification channel. Deep at stream down. I ping late. Well, got distracted with the Carrot King. There's still an hour remaining and once finally join. This is the last goal, essentially. The other two are going to be minion collection goals. So Gold Ingot will get all the gold minions down, replacing Sponge afterwards. And since Gold has compactors, it's not even something that I would actively have to manage or check, unlike the fish minions have been. I could even cheese and forget if I really wanted to put in the effort there, but I don't even think I'll cheese the minion. Okay, this is becoming a problem, because now this prevents them from spawning anywhere if they're spawning outside the bounds of the map. Is there wood anywhere that... Yes, right here. I guess they will drown themselves in the water, as we just noticed, but I want to be a little more involved in preventing their spawning from happening. So that is a half slab, and this is a half slab where they won't spawn, and now I just need to spawn proof every other block in this platform. And is there anything up here? No, it's just Hypixel as far as the eye can see, so it's not like there should be anything else on this side of the canal here causing any issues. So it's an hour. So this is life. I figure out what is exactly above me right now. That could also be helpful for context. Because I know at one point there was lava in this room. Is this the video settings? Render distance. It's up that. Just a little further. So this is directly above. I need to build it away from the island to next time. Is that the fix? Because this area is directly above us. I also realize I've got the words on my screen again. The waypoints. SHO clear. There. I fixed our wart issue. No more red dots in the sky. And back we go again for some more kills. So if I stay back here for a little bit, we will get spawns. It's just slower over here compared to if I just like ran over here, killed whatever spawned real quick, and then went all the way over. And now, how are you? Do I need to slab this up as well? Just taking every precaution I can at this point. And packet kicked. Yep. I don't know what the packet is. I hope it's not flagging me for something to get Watchdog banned in the future, but I have an innocent. My crime is attempting to play on this version instead of 1.8. Guilty as charged. I'm trying to get in with Heinz. I'm pretty sure Hypixel does have a headquarters address or something like that, so I could mail them sauce packets. I could. And then they actually would have too many packets. I'm content living in the ignorance of denial and just saying it's not a mod issue, it's just a version issue, and it's got something to do with I'm on a 1.8 server on a 1.20 client, and there's probably some jank or desync that they're gonna fix when we do 1.20 rollout. I don't think I've ever been kicked on the park yet. So that could lead us to believe that the latest version islands are fine. I have to play the park to get like a genuine counterexample there. See if Weed's version is still problematic. And then if that's the case, I would need to play on a pure vanilla as well. And I can start running with some mods. Maybe Sodium is causing a packet issue, or like one of the performance mods is just doing fast math. You know what? I have a theory that perhaps the entity culling mod is requesting packets from the server. Like, is this entity visible? And then the server's having to reply more than usual. Pure speculation on my part. That's the only mod that I remember adding to the instance of the 0.10 that I didn't have in the old 0.5 version that I used to play. I mean, that or it's Skyhanning. Because Skyhanning has been updated since then on this as well. So, depending on how this goes, we should be at another 1,000 here, so I know that we messed about, so I'm going to give us a few more minutes to just try to up the numbers a little bit more. I mean, this is still a slog. One and then 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Lots of ender dudes. Well, quite on the happening front. We're just bouncing back and forth here. That's how bingo goals usually go. There's like a few of them that take a long time to do. Gold would also be one of the more annoying ones if you had to do it manually. You gotta hope to have a strategy for long-term ones like this. But I genuinely can't see a world in which any of the friends that I currently have that play this game want to lock in and sit down and kill 10k endermen like this for over an hour. And this is like the easiest thing you can do for 10k kills. I think that should be reworked or just changed to be something more reasonable. Because as it stands right now, this is annoying. I imagine if I had the same amount of endermen that I do on this side, when I go back over here to this other side, I'd be elated. But I'm quite the opposite of elated with this. Because I find that I'm just sitting here wasting my time more so than usual. Well, while I'm here, just smacking these endermen, story time for anyone who gets this far into the stream. I had issues with the charging cable for my computer. See, I run it from an outlet that's decently far behind me. So the cord travels a distance, and it's been traveling across the floor. The chair that I sit in ran over that cord and caused the coating of it to break and the wires to fray. And I didn't really notice that we had an exposed wire until I had a a metal burning smell. Now, thankfully, it was never something that caught fire actively to the point where it's a danger. But that really threw me for a loop because I had been smelling that for multiple days. It was not just a one-off incident. And I think the thing that saved me is that I'm not putting the wire, the part where it got crushed was not the part that was on the ground, but the part leading towards the ground. So it was suspended in air, not coming in contact with anything that would be flammable. But there's a universe where that was a fire hazard that got picked up into an actual fire. So I had to get a new cord, like a new battery, and the battery right now is running more hot than it previously did on the previous charge cable. The computer, though, the computer's not running as hot as it used to, which makes me think that I needed to replace the charging cable for a little while now. I typically use the computer off the charger anyways. It's just a glorified desktop computer that happens to be allowed. And I would use my actual desktop computer in my room if the specs of the desktop computer weren't worse than this laptop is. I probably could run Minecraft on it, but I definitely would not be able to stream. I think I've tried to record on that computer in the past, and recording didn't go well. If I record on this computer right now, I probably could do the latest version of Minecraft without as much lag. It's actively encoding and live streaming that is a lot more taxing on the computer. But I hope to upgrade the desktop computer soon. there are a few setbacks in the economy right now, which make it so that I can't afford to. But maybe when RAM is not $900 due to people making funny brain rot AI generated thumbnails, maybe I can play on my computer when it's upgraded. There's some speculation that we're not going to have physical hardware that we use to run things, similar to how we're using the data centers to run our artificial intelligence rather than hosting it natively on our machines. You could also extend that over to something like, why would you need to have a processing computer in your house for gaming? Why not just cloud computing it? I have no clue what it looks like cloud computing and then also stream that. I'd love to, like, if I could get a benchmark where I have a game directly installed on my hardware and then there's some cloud computing gaming service that can buy a desktop for a month. Just test the performance rate of the two of those things. I am worried about cloud computing being a security risk, though. This is where my head always goes with things. is I'm concerned about what are the implications for security. Now, when I click on a malicious link on my computer and download something that's a little silly, um, that's my fault, and I am in control of my own destiny in a way. If I download a mod off of some random GitHub page and put it, like, run the jar file in my Minecraft, and I get my Minecraft account stolen, so goes the way of life. That's me. that's that's on me. I have no clue what vulnerabilities could exist, or that I would even need to be cautious about when it comes to a third-party hosting a Minecraft account through cloud computing. And in all honesty, that's mostly what I would use cloud computing for, is running Minecraft. If I could get, like, shader Minecraft on cloud computing, that'd be the dream. That'd be so cool. Do that the Terralith mod, and then have the thing that gives me like 128 render distance on Shop Edition. Have the chunks like loaded in lower detail, but have this massive landscape out in front of me. I'd love that. That sounds like a very beautiful experience. Unlike me setting my render distance to 4 right now and hoping to break 30 frames. Now, trust me, out of stream, I feel like I get 60 frames pretty consistently, and then I can run, like, some YouTube thing on the side while I'm doing farming or mining or whatever. But I don't know, it feels like streaming and then latest version is just not in the wheelhouse of something that I'm able to do. And I think when Hypixel's looking at their hardware survey of trying to cater to the widest amount of people possible, or like taper whatever they're running in game to be performant on as many devices as possible, they're not factoring in person is also live streaming on a computer that is low end enough to not be able to support that comfortably. I'm kind of in a gray area of sorts here. Most people would have the computing natively, I would imagine, to run latest version without much issues. And if you don't, then there's big problems then. 1.8 on your machine that you're going to have to contend with. There's a chat feature that's rolling out in the United Kingdom. I just watched a video on this today. The idea is that if you don't verify your age through Microsoft, then you're not able to be opening the prompt to chat. Now, there are mods that get away with getting around this currently. This is version 1.16.3 and above, where this chat restriction feature has been added. So they can backport it to the older versions of Minecraft and just have like a setting toggled through Microsoft. There's a mod, though, which brings back your ability to chat with people, made by the same person who has the no chat report, which is when I open up chat, it's this little button down in the thing. Yeah. So I have it set to prompt. Hypixel and most other large servers that have ranks, like have it when you talk, there's like a prefix and there's like a rank. That ends up being a server message rather than a player message. So it's very easy to not have to worry about getting your things reported. Ideally, I'm never playing a public-facing server that requires chat signing on. It's just because the punishment is way too severe. Since 1.16.3, they've had the option to block you from chatting in that way. And that would have been an acceptable alternative if you decide to do something negative in chat and block someone from accessing the chat in their game. But no, they just intend to ban you from multiplayer. And as much as I'd love to convince servers to go around doing that, I think it's completely logical that they want to go authenticate through the Mojang servers directly and not have to do this weird thing where if someone logs in as the same account as you, there has to be like a password in-game. That's what happens on Bedrock or on Java servers that are allowing for cracked accounts or like non-Mojang authenticated accounts. And if you're banned from the Mojang authentication service because you got chat reported, you're essentially no longer owning the Minecraft account that you paid for. And there were plenty of instances early on of the chat report system being displayed as flawed. They got better, and they listened to community feedback, but the conclusions that it just seemed to go to was, use this no chat reports mod, because they're not going to end up going and pushing back against you for using it currently. But, suffer in the regard of, we're not going to do anything about it for the default player base. And requiring chat signing is going to be on by default. Now, I'm hoping that I can get this done within 1 hour from now. An hour, 20 minutes at the most. I'll try to keep on talking through until then. I'll just like set off random things that I've watched or things that are going on in my mind there. But I am hoping to be able to sleep and get a decent amount of sleep. I have no clue what the morning will have in store. Anyways, another issue with the chatting restriction feature that they're coming out with. If you don't verify by ID that you are of age to chat, then you're not going to be able to open up the chat window at all. That means you're not going to be able to run commands. Like if you want to do /warp hub, not allowed. You're not allowed to do any / commands. But then I was looking at the Phoenix OC video that released today, and even though you're chat banned and you're not able to do basic command stuff, you're able to write on signs still or in written books. Both of those, I think, are perfectly fine to restrict from someone who has a chat ban, because then you're just going to have people evading the chat ban. Or if the issue is trying to protect people, not allowing them to see chat, that's not going to work. Because if you're trying to protect someone who hasn't verified, keep them away from chat, you'll just have someone write a sign or make a map art or have a written book or build on the landscape, like you can write out letters with blocks. I think that enforcement for chatting and rules for punishing people like chat reporting should always fall onto the server. And age checks like that can be put in place to restrict play entirely if a server wants to designate themselves as of a certain maturity level. So something like 2B2T has recently been adding rules to itself at Mojang's basically strong-arming 2B into doing so. Now, the Anarchy server has had a lot of things that are not so good on it, things that I would typically just turn chat off, and this is like without streaming. I would just not have the chat on. And then Mojang has seen this, the environment that the 2B2T server has cultivated, and is threatening, as they have with other servers, to restrict people's access to join through the Mojang authentication service to join their server. And you can get mods, or you can like create a custom client which bypasses Mojang entirely. But Mojang's looking at these things that don't comply with their vision of the game and enforcing and exerting some control. I think it would be much better if 2B would be able to designate themselves as a mature server and then restrict people who have only verified themselves as 18 and up. Then you don't have to have the blowback come to Minecraft on there's a bunch of kids that are joining the server, and we're not going to hold the parents to take care of their kids. No, we have to do that ourselves. We have to make sure that everyone's safe. And if that's the case, just lock down the server. Do the age verification thing. Be even more strict with it. Don't make it like a you can't chat and join the server. Because people are going to get away with it anyways, even if they're not able to chat on the server. They're going to find ways to chat in other ways. Rename an item on an anvil. Pass it back and forth to each other. You can right-click on signs to edit them. Keep on editing the sign. Written books back and forth. In fact, one of the common ways that you'll get around, or like even broadcast on a server some sort of message, is spawning in a wither on an anarchy server and naming it something. And then that's another form of chat. Are you not going to show the boss bar to someone who doesn't have the chat features enabled? I mean, you could always just rename every single default boss bar to Wither, rather than allowing people to rename withers. I think that if you're going to have a player that's able to play but not able to chat, they should still see basic mechanics like a boss bar. They should still be able to read other people's books if they decide to like write something in the books. In fact, I'm of the belief, if it isn't clear already, that there should be no enforcement from Mojang whatsoever towards other people's servers. I think that that is ridiculous. That only in the most extreme cases should they take action on player accounts or onto servers. I think that there should be designated safer spaces, such as on realms, or designated servers that get highlighted on a Minecraft website somewhere. That there's already something like that. Those servers should have to conform to whatever Mojang standards are. But if they don't conform to Mojang standards, then you can like remove them from the system and blacklist them by making them an 18 and above server. Should servers by default that are not verified by Mojang require players to be 18 and up? I think depending on what kind of content you want to promote on your server, you can self-designate yourself, similar to how the Roblox system does it, where like they can fill out a survey, or like they can choose to opt into being a server of a certain type. And then similar to how Discord does it, they like to have age-restricted channels for age-restricted content. If you post age-restricted content outside of a channel on a Discord server, especially if it's in the discovery feature, or I think in the discovery feature at all, you're not supposed to have any sort of content that would be of a mature rating. Well, then you just take them off the discovery, possibly punish the people who are running the server, or I guess with Minecraft, it's not the same as Discord where there's like a clear owner of the server. They're kind of like disconnected entities in a way. But like restrict the server, impose whatever punishment and Mojang blacklists to a server that doesn't identify themselves correctly or has a history of the inappropriate behavior there, and then allow them to become their own little subjugated corners of the internet if you have someone who wants to misbehave and have their own thing. People are gonna find a way around this anyways. Like, the worst of the worst, it's just adding an extra step there. I think creating a way that people can trust the company, if that's something that Mojang wants to build up as a reputation, if this is like a reputation issue for them, then there should be a harder push into Realms as a service or a server listing of some kind, which uplifts the servers who are trying to fall under the rule of Mojang, in the same way that they've been promoting various Bedrock servers in their launcher. They could do the same thing for Java servers when you load up Java Edition. Be like, we've highlighted Windcraft as the promoted server of the month or whatever, and then that brings more traffic into Windcraft, which can help Windcraft sustain itself through donations and through a fresh wave of players, or it could lead to more people feeling like they can create a server and get a helping hand uplifting them through that middle phase of the server where it's fully developed. It's got like most of the features ready to go that a Minecraft server would need, but then they have to spend, I think, for advertising on non-Mojang affiliated websites to get your server promoted up really high, it's thousands of dollars to get within the like first few results, and that's because those results work for getting a stream of players into the server. A lot of people don't scroll down to find what they're looking for. They'll just kind of click on one of the first few things that pops up. So it's a very competitive space where it almost encourages these pay-to-win practices or things like payouts that are dissuaded by the Mojang system because it goes against the spirit of the game. But you gotta use every tool in your arsenal if it's something that you are developing on your own. You don't have like a lot of support from YouTubers. The only way to really get your name out there is through these server hostings. Most people on social media are not a fan of like, I'm a 20k subscriber YouTube channel, but I'm gonna have this promotion for a new faction server. And then, like, the first time that you see it on your feed, it's kind of cool. You've got someone with a really cinematic trailer, and then maybe you'd consider checking out the server. The 10th time you see some, like, 20k subscriber YouTube channel promoting a Minecraft server, you just don't care anymore. So then it becomes a thing where you have to not only have a YouTuber promote through a trailer like that, which I think was a significant endeavor to try to get people coming in through that YouTuber's audience, to now you gotta like convince them to do a Let's Play on your server. And that circles back to the whole, it's really hard to make content that is both, saying it like it is, predatory to the audience of like gambling, loot box, that kind of stuff, and then also wrangling some popular YouTuber to come in and say, boy oh boy, do I like gamble MC where I can like dump my whole life savings just to try to get a diamond sword. That's a bit harder of a sell than, oh, post a trailer for our upcoming faction server. And faction servers can be very toxic. Like anything that has any amount of competitiveness. Like it used to be back in the day, you'd have a faction server, it would reset occasionally, and the thing that you were going for was like a leaderboard position, like MCMO leaderboard or kills leaderboard or like faction weight, whatever the heck the faction plugin system is called there. Or like for Skyblock, you'd have like island ranking system for island top. And that's all it would really be, is like a ranking system without much intention behind it. But with the payout structure for servers, then it becomes, oh, I gotta buy this donation rank so that we get an advantage, so that maybe we can pay off this donation rank that I've already purchased. I've joined a survival server that had a payout structure to it, and one of the core things that I saw across the various people that I people watched in the server here, I saw someone who was like AFK farming, and the reason why people do like the bots and the scripting for things is because that is like a profitable payout. I mean, even in some of the, like across the world, you'll have people doing like RuneScape gold farming, because based on cost of living in some areas, it can be cheaper to just grind a video game out. And a lot of MMOs, for example, where that happens, it's illegal to do that real life money trade for currencies or in-game items. But then Minecraft servers with a payout actively incentivize this structure. Any sort of abuse or leg up you can get to get an advantage over other people, that gives you a chance to make like a substantial profit from that. I think if you were to map it out into time spent versus profit earned, especially when you got to divide up prizes among faction members or like groups in a situation like that, most servers aren't worth doing, and you might as well just put the fries in the bag and go do a minimum wage job, at least within the States. But it provides a good opportunity for those who aren't able to get a job for whatever reason. Like, you can play Minecraft, and the same way like an esports professional can get recognized and paid for the stuff that they're doing, you can kind of get like recognized and get a cash out from doing one of these factions or survival servers. And then that draw of competition of trying to, it's essentially bribing people to play your server. But it works. So circling back to the original point, a Mojang sponsored server listing which rewards servers who are not only following the bare minimum of the Minecraft TOS, appealing to like a larger audience and not having like mature themes within their server, but it would dissuade people from doing like the loot box gambling if that's enforced within this listing. And then it would also give the servers a way to get new faces without having to resort to bribery or paying a server listing, which is like a different form of bribery. Or having to like take every single cent from their existing player base by having egregious pay-to-win mechanics. Like, there's so many good things that a Mojang server listing could do. When I play on Essentials, there's a Discover tab. I'm guessing that's through the Essential server, or like some person pays Essentials to have promoted servers. And then what that does, when you have a promoted server, is it gets people who are already part of having this large mod, and it gives those servers a potential player base of new people coming in. I think it's really hard to run a non-Mojang affiliated Bedrock server. I could be wrong, but since there is that default server listing that shows up, it's really hard to get people to connect to your server directly. I'm not a Bedrock player. I don't know exactly the process that people have to go through, but I've seen like on console edition, like if you wanted to start up a direct server to play with your friend, it's like create a server like this and have them add your Xbox account, and then they can like join the world, and it's kind of like a LAN. So then bigger servers abuse this feature so that you're adding some sort of like dummy bot account on the Xbox system, and then they invite you to the server from there. That is not the intended way, I imagine, to get invited to servers, but it's how I've seen it done through a lot of people. And when I wanted to play Xbox crossplay with laptop Bedrock Edition and Xbox Edition, that's how we ended up doing it. So I think the Bedrock server listing, without being able to join servers freely, does eat away at the progress of like a smaller Minecraft server would be able to make. I think through the Bedrock marketplace as well, there's a lot less incentive to make your like a server experience, because the Bedrock marketplace is essentially a pay for whatever the content is, and then a lot of servers, that is the content. Like if you're joining a Skyblock server, Skyblock is the content, and then they're trying to sell you upgrades or progressions through Skyblock. But what if I could just rip off the name Skyblock, create a listing in the marketplace for Skyblock 5 or something, and then get sued by the person who originally made Skyblock, because that's apparently a thing that happened. But it's a lot easier to just, rather than try to sell people on a product once they're already in the server, to make the product a well-recognized brand or concept or thing, and then have people buy it. Yay, packets. Kill count check. That's not the kill count. This is the count. We are like less than 4,000 away from being done. We're on track. I can feel my voice starting to give out. I have yapped just a little too much. I would like it to be done now. Please release me from the torment nexus. Simon, I would like to go to sleep. I said I must continue to chop, chop, chop the Endermans. So I guess you could say, given that I started around 20, it took me 40 minutes to get to this point, that it'll take me about a half hour to 40 minutes more, which puts me on track with the request that I had earlier of please only let this take like an hour to an hour 20 minutes more. Overall, not that bad. I'd say that about 2 hours to get this goal is a lot better than when I did Animal Dreadlord. That was about like 3, approaching 4 hours. So like this is going by faster. But the thing that is passing the time is me coming up with the podcast rambles in my brain about various Mojang events. Hypixel event. We're getting forced into latest version soon. I have thoughts on that. I think the new hub looks very cool. There was a golden, like a gold mines leak that got exposed because it's like the neighboring thing to the hub. Pretty cool. I like the use of the new blocks. I think that blending the stair textures with like the new stairs that exist, like smooth stone stairs and stonework stairs, looks a little weird. But they already do that on the flat ground, so it doesn't really bother me too much. It's just something that I'll have to get used to. I am of the belief that the latest version is good for the game, even if I have better performance on 1.8, and I think that 1.8 is healthier for retaining the current player base. I think there's a lot of people who may actually jump ship when it becomes latest version only. There's a lot of people that are actually attached to the 1.8 stuff, but you're gonna finally be able to pull in those players from the latest version, and then they're not gonna like swim up a water stream and get lagged back and be confused, like, what's going on? Why am I lagging on this server? Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Bye. And I think it's a shame that they seem to make it sound like they're not interested in moving over their PvP game modes to latest version as well, because I think that would be very helpful for them. Because it would give them a lot more options on what they could do building palette-wise. And then it's about time that the latest version of Minecraft is more in use for these games. We get access to all the new blocks, all the new items. I go into build battle, and for some reason I can't use like half of the inventory when I'm in latest version. I want that to be fixed. I want to be able to have my creativity back without having the bounds of whatever the current server version is. I think sticking with the 2 latest versions is good. With the drop system in Minecraft, that lends itself to be about a 6-month forced update cycle. But then you could update every 3 months to get ahead. So you're not rushing people through to the next parts of the game, but you are giving yourself the gradual ability to utilize the content. And then with the development cycle of content, I think it's good to have that 3 to 6 month window period before using new things anyways. I'd hope that maintaining the server and also maintaining the mods becomes easier in the latest version. I saw comments on the Skyhandy Discord where they were talking about when working on stuff for both latest and 1.8, it took them like 40 minutes or something ridiculous, like a big number, to work on the code and make sure it worked in both versions, compared to just programming for 1.20, 1.21. There are a lot of things in the early stages of Minecraft 1.8 and 1.12 that I have like a lot of nostalgia towards. Like the rabbits, they've changed the rabbits 3 times now. I don't really like a lot of the new textures. I think a lot of the old textures have really grown on me over the years. And since I wasn't forced to move in the same way that everyone else was when the texture update came around, I could just stay on 1.8. That's where I have been for a while. And I could just always swap over to the programmer art particle pack and textures for that. And that brings back most of the things that I would be missing. But there's still going to be weird stuff, like when I'm in Limbo in the end, there's going to be the pink end flashes every time now. And it's just, it feels like so much extra clutter. At least in my opinion, it just feels like there's not a lot of direction to a lot of the new things and stuff. Especially when you put on something like the programmer art pack. Obviously, they're not going to backport a lot of the current assets for things, but it then gives you this weird contrast of having a new texture like a mud block and sitting it beside every other block, and then I think it makes it more confusing for everybody involved. I am starting to run out of steam. I'm getting very tired. It's probably going to be like another half hour of this grind just to get done. I'm not looking forward to that, honestly. Gotta find a way to keep myself awake. Combat Ender Pearl. I'm surprised at the lack of Ender Pearl collecting. I guess the main focus of these guys isn't to get Ender Pearl out. Their goal is to just be mob kill fodder. There are about 3,000 more mobs left to go. That being said, I am going to mute and I don't know if this text is accurate. It looks to be. We're going to add the no mic stream, and I am going to go no mic. What a pleasant noise. Normally, when I get tired like this, I'll just try to stop, sleep. But I have a goal, so I'm focusing in, locking in, and I will try to get it done. Should be done before the hour for sure. Sometimes, like what was just happening there, my mind goes blank. My eyes get I'm like clucking at nothing. I would normally avoid doing that at all costs on the Hypixel server just in case there was a check. But gee golly, if there is a check for farming Enderman half asleep on bingo, release me from this torment nexus, Simon. Go ahead. 270 mobs left. I'll wrap up the stream with minutes. Or at least what I have left of it. This will be I'm like falling asleep into like micro sleeps right now. Where I like close my eyes and then I have like a short little dream and then I come back to reality. And I come back and hit Enderman. And then I'm bored and I fall asleep again. It's a fun cycle. Well, the good news is I don't have to do a full fourth stream. We'll be done soon. Once I get the required fills. until I spawn an island and then a crazy shout out. Wish I could still figure out what the heck's going on here. I'm guessing because it's under something that it causes that. Usually when you spawn and go into the world like this, it's not at all an issue. But I guess on Skyblock it's possible. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to watch this back and see if I'm making any coherent sense. This is like the second time now that I caught myself speaking and rambling. Even I'm confused with what I'm saying. That being said, though, we have finally reached the conclusion of this bingo. I appreciate you all for sticking with me throughout this. If you're a VOD watcher, I appreciate your presence, even if you were not synchronous. And if you're watching live, if you're one of the few people that tunes into the stream, stops by, I appreciate you. I know that I haven't been checking chat as regularly. I've been having some technical difficulties with that. I hope to get that back up and operational. I'll try to get by next stream. And I can't chat more. If you have been attempting to chat, I appreciate you, and I'm sorry for not getting back to your messages. You can leave a comment down below, and I should be able to get back to those. If you want to ask anything or if you need any assistance. You can also join the Discord. I've got some helpful people. If you ask a question in general, they tend to be able to sort you out if I'm not around immediately to do so. That being said, with the last two goals on this card, the plan is just going to be to finish up with fish minions and then expand and have more gold minions. I'll be getting the auto smelters and compactors for this minions off screen, so it's not going to be an immediate swap over, because you gotta at least have the gold cooked for it to count for the collection, I believe. But with only 30,000 collection of this and a little over 100 collection of sponge, that'll be done maybe even by tomorrow. I've been Kaboom. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next month at the very latest for our March bingo.